What's up, comic book community? My name is Joe, and this is 360 Comics. Last week, I sold 36 long boxes of bulk comics, and my idea was to fund my Black Friday shopping and specifically get at least one big major key to add to my personal collection. Stay tuned to see how I did. If you want a chance to win these two books right here, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Go check out our video from last week entitled Double Slab Giveaway. Like that video and leave a comment on it with an interesting fact about Marvel for a chance to win this Daredevil 170 and an interesting fact about DC for a chance to win this copy of Vengeance of Bane #1. I'll be picking a winner next week, so you have one more week left to enter this giveaway. Good luck. All right, we got 36 long boxes right here. All dollar bin stuff, you know, bulk that I'm trying to get rid of. Got some more boxes lined up in the back. I'm going to try turning this into something a little bit better. Let's see what we can do. See if we can make a good deal and pick up a good book maybe. Shout out to Greg from Phantasm Comics in New Hope, Pennsylvania, because he came over, checked out those bulk boxes, made an offer, and we were able to agree on a price. And not only did that free up a ton of room in my house, but it also funded my Black Friday shopping. And I wanted to go out, like I said, and not just pick up some good deals and stuff like that, but pick out a major key for my personal collection. And as it turns out, I ended up with two of them. So stay tuned to see those at the end. But first, we're going through some dollar books that I picked up on Black Friday, including this Moon Knight 194. This is an origin story of Mark Spector pertaining to his childhood and how he, how he developed his mental issues that really are a defining characteristic of this character. There were a few more issues in this this run as well. All of these really great covers. A couple key first appearances and significant things. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. Might end up keeping it in the personal collection. I do have a little bit of Moon Knight in there. This is a character that I've gotten into since his introduction in the MCU, a character that I was not well read on before. But maybe I'll keep these and kind of check out more of what that character has to offer. Speaking of Moon Knight, I picked these up as well. These are the first 3 issues of the current Moon Knight run, issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. These have a couple little first appearances in them, and they've kind of become more significant books given that the character has been introduced in the MCU. A lot of people that are currently reading this run. It is really good in my opinion. Probably one of the best runs that Marvel has put out in the last year or two. So definitely recommend checking that out. I already have those in my personal collection, so those I will likely bundle together and put up in a claim sale. Then we've got Batman #21. This is from the Rebirth run, volume 3. And this is the button issue. This is kind of, I guess, where the lines are blurred between the main DC universe and the Watchmen universe. And I think I'd have to talk to a friend, my friend Tony, all about that continuity, surrounding this run. But I'm pretty sure this is where that first crossover, and as you can see, the button from, Watchmen is on the cover. There's a lenticular cover of this that I usually see, but this one wasn't. I guess they probably just sold 2 versions of the cover. Then we got another book from that run, issue 75. This is the first appearance of Gotham Girl as the new Robin. Not a very long-lived Robin or anything like that, but, just a significant little book there. Great cover featuring Bane, part of the City of Bane run. Then we've got Venom Space Knight #1. This is a solo Venom book featuring the Flash Thompson version of Venom. And clearly he's a space knight. It is more cosmic, more intergalactic than a lot of the Venom stuff out there. Then we've got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. What issue? 17? Yeah, issue 17. So this one is a book that I've actually been picking up for a while now. specifically because in this issue, Wolverine cuts the head off a Doombot, and that decapitated Doombot head becomes a character, both an ally and an adversary to Moon Girl. And they're doing a Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur show. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't heard about it in a while. Maybe it got canceled. I don't know. But anyway, if you know, let me know in the comments below. Either way, I think that would be a cool little character to have in the show. And it may, this is a book you can pretty much find for pretty cheap on a regular basis. I've gotten a couple copies at $1 bins. But I'm thinking that maybe it's something good to pick up now for future potential. Then we got Stillwater #1. This is just an indie book that not really speculating on as much as I think it's a really good story, and I think it'll hold some value in the future just because it is really solid, amazing cover artwork as well. Another indie book that I have a little bit of not speculation as much on, but, honestly, possible speculation. I think this run is really good. This is Scotty Young's The Me You Love in the Dark, and I could totally see them doing something with it someday, but in general, I just think Scotty Young's really popular, the story's good, and this book will hold value because of that, whether or not it is eventually optioned. Then we got Inhumans #1. It's a #1. It's got a couple of first appearances, so I figure for $1, why not pick it up? We got Batman #50 from that same Tom King run. This is the wedding issue. The wedding issue. For those of you who have read it, you'll understand why I put that in air quotes. And then we got Gotham Academy #1. This book, again, is just a #1 as well as multiple first appearances. Always good to pick those up because, even if one of those characters show up, it usually helps the value of the book, and certainly has the potential of multiple characters showing up. This is Fantastic Four #15. This is the first appearance of Valeria Von Doom, an alternate reality daughter of Dr. Doom. I believe Dr. Doom and Sue Storm, if I remember correctly, as opposed to Valeria Richards, who we're going to talk about in just a second. Here's the wedding issue. We got Dr. Doom and Sue Storm on the front. And speaking of Valeria Richards, as we were before, this is her first appearance, or cameo appearance, really. And the first full appearance is this next one right here. This is we're getting into the better $1 bin stuff right now. First full appearance of Valeria Richards as a baby. This book, as far as this 90s, volume 3 of Fantastic Four goes, this is the book you want. This is the one with the most value to it. And some MCU potential for sure. In fact, Reed Richards, played by John Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness, not only said I have a child, he said I have children. He said multiple. So Franklin is kind of the main one people think of, but Valeria as well. We saw this book in the beginning of the video. We got Moon Knight #1 from the Lemire run. First appearance of Dr. Emmett. And a lot of the show was based off of this issue, or at least loosely based off of not just this issue, but this run in general. This is the third printing, and this was when Marvel was doing those different colors for different printings. Usually was like red for printing 1. The second printing was blue, third printing green. So this is the third printing. It does have some value though, not as much as the first and second printing, but yeah, it does hold some value, and especially with Moon Knight still in the MCU, I think it has some potential at holding that going forward. We got Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme #1, first appearance of Nina the Conjurer, a couple other characters I think too. Demon Rider, first appearance of Demon Rider as well. So 2 characters that may be introduced. Doctor Strange is still around, and given what we've seen in the MCU, it seems like he is sticking around at least for one more solo movie and probably some other appearances. So we'll have to wait and see. This next one, love the cover, Black Bolt #1. It's a black cover, and there's going to be a lot of glare on the screen with this, but really, really cool cover featuring Black Bolt. And, this character, he's come and gone. Maybe we don't know what's going to happen with the Inhumans. The show, not great. Not great. People often forget about that show for good reason. He did have a little brief appearance in Multiverse of Madness, but we'll see what happens in the future if they bring him back. But either way, he's an important comic book character, whether he's in the MCU or not. This next one, Ultimates #2. I believe that the only real key significance is the Leonardo da Vinci homage cover featuring Galactus. This is a really cool cover. And when I saw it, I was like, man, I got to pick up that book at some point. And I think I first saw this book, a couple years ago. And I had been looking for it, didn't want to pay the full retail of like, $15 or $20, whatever it is, especially during the comic boom when it was up that high. It's calmed down a little bit since now, but for $1, I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to be happy to either add that to my PC or I got to check out the condition of it and make sure it's something that I want to keep. Either way, this book was this was not a dollar bin book. These were all the dollar bin books. We're moving on to the stuff that I got. Pretty much every store in my area was doing 20% off that day, so I got this at 20% off. This might not seem like anything interesting, but it is. It's something that I collect. This is Batman, The Audio Adventures #2. Not a key, nothing like that. But I got it at 20% off cover price. The store had put it aside for me because they know that I collect double covers. And this is, in fact, is a double cover. Check that out. I collect these. It doesn't really have much value outside of, cover price, whatever. It's not like it's a key or an important book or something, but I collect fun misprints like that, specifically double covers, and that one's just going to stay in my personal collection. So happy to grab that for a good price, under cover price, 20% off. Same thing with this. This was marked at $5, and I got it for 25% off, or 20% off. So, I paid $4 for it. Strange Tales #124. This is the first Thing Human Torch team up in Strange Tales. We got a Paste Pot Pete appearance. This is a very, very expensive book usually, but this one has some added staples, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see 1, 2, and one down here, 3 hole punches. So someone hole punched this, maybe had it in a collected edition or in a binder or something. Again, this book is very, very expensive normally. High grade, a couple $100, even mid to low grade, probably in the $50 to $150 range. But obviously, this one is very low. But for $4, how am I going to possibly pass that up? This one also 20% off. I think it was marked at 15, so I got it for $12. Giant Size Dracula #5. Now, not only do I collect Bronze Age horror stuff, this is also the first comic book work of John Byrne at Marvel Comics. John Byrne obviously being one of the huge names of the 70s and 80s, teaming up with Claremont on not only X-Men, but also I think he did Iron Fist as well. Tons of stuff. He did She-Hulk. He did Fantastic Four. Big name. First work at Marvel. Definitely a really cool book to pick up at a good price. The last book before we get into the 2 huge ones. This is a pretty good one too. We got a Golden Age horror book right here. Not only that, but it is a Matt Baker cover. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Golden Age, a lot of what drives the prices is the cover artist, and there's Lee Elias, L.B. Cole, Matt Baker as some of the bigger names from that time period. I don't think I own any Matt Baker covers. So this is going to be the first. This is Journey into Fear #2, second issue, 1951. Superior Comics. I believe that was a Canadian publisher, I think. But yeah, pre-code horror stuff. And I got a great price on this. They actually had it marked at $160. And it was supposed to be 20% off. I brought it up to the counter, and this was actually at Phantasm Comics, the store that I had sold all my bulk to. I said, hey, this has a cover detached. What can we do on the price here? I'm trying to make a deal, and Greg responded with $75. Didn't even bother haggling. Great price. Getting this for under $100. even with the cover detached, still a really solid price. So very thankful for that. Shout out to Greg again for not only cutting me a great deal here, but also, funding this day, buying out my bulk stuff. Moving on to the last two books. These were the biggest keys, and I went around to 3 different stores in my area, not just Phantasm. I also went to Cyborg 1 in Doylestown and my really local comic shop that's 5 minutes down the road, Brave New Worlds in Willow Grove. I bought something from every store, but the big books were actually bought from Cyborg 1. This is the first one right here. Batman and not Batman and Robin. It says that on the front, but this is just Batman is the title. Robin was advertised on there, but is not officially part of the title. Number 232. This is the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, depending on how you pronounce it. Most people say Ra's al Ghul, I think, because of the Christopher Nolan movies. That's how they use that name, and that's really when that character was popularized in mainstream culture. But whether you say Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, doesn't matter. First appearance, Neil Adams cover. Who wrote this? Oh, Denny O'Neil, of course. Collaborators that worked on a lot of stuff in the late Silver, early Bronze Age. In fact, credited with bringing on the Bronze Age. I would say that this book is a very early Bronze Age book. 1971 is kind of that year that's, in my opinion at least, the crossover year into the Bronze Age. And this was June of 1971. It also is a 15-cent book, which some people use as the indicator to show Bronze Age, although it's not really a perfect science no matter how you depict it. But either way, late Silver, early Bronze, whatever you want to call this, first appearance of Ra's al Ghul, whatever you want to call him. Doesn't matter. 7.0. It's got off-white pages, which I'm fine with on a 7.0. If it's a book that's in the 9s or higher, I really want white pages personally. But if it is, below the 9s, I'm fine with off-white or off-white to white pages. Great Batman key. They had this priced really well already, and it was 20% off, so I had to pick it up. And guess what? The price was so good on this, I actually got a second big key, and I'm going to show you that right now. Another Batman Rogues Gallery important character, this time in Detective Comics issue number 298. We got the first Silver Age appearance of Clayface, the second Clayface, and I'm going to show you the grade right here. Guess what? It matches that last book. Yes, 7.0, white pages again. The first Silver Age appearance of Clayface. There was a Golden Age Clayface. This is the Silver Age Clayface. And there was also a Bronze Age one, the third one, Preston Payne, who probably is the most well-known. But nonetheless, all 3 versions of Clayface definitely hold a lot of value in, comic book collecting and pop culture in general. Like, think about how much Clayface we saw in the Batman animated series. I think could be something really cool for the future. I don't know how supernatural they're going to go in this Batman Reeves universe. It seems to be more street level, more detective oriented, which I'm all for because that's my favorite kind of Batman stuff. But at the same time, some more supernatural characters like Clayface definitely would be cool if that ends up happening, or, maybe some other future cinematic universe. You never know what is going to be happening now that, James Gunn and Safran, I don't know how to pronounce his name, have, taken the helm there. But holy smokes. Again, this book was priced very, very fairly and was an additional 20% off. So, shout out to all the stores, Brave New Worlds, Phantasm Comics, especially because they funded this whole thing, and Cyborg 1 in Doylestown for these great keys to add to my personal collection. I had a really great Black Friday, not only picking this stuff up myself, but I had 3 days of claim sales, and I just want to give a really heartfelt thank you to everyone who came to any of those claim sales. I did one Thursday night after Thanksgiving dinner. I did one the night of Black Friday, and I did one Saturday evening as well. There were some people that were at all 3 nights and picked stuff up all 3 nights or hung out in the chat. And, whether you bought something or you just stopped by, Thank you so much. They were really fun live streams to do. I have a lot of packing to do this week. All the invoices are out. I've started receiving payments and marking them as paid. So as soon as I'm done this video, I'm gonna actually, get my work done for the day, and then work on shipping and stuff. So hopefully I'll have everything out in the next couple days. Other than that, if you're in the Philadelphia area, I am doing a convention this week at Upper Darby High School. It's the first time they're doing this event. It is a hybrid. They're doing like a bake sale craft show in one of the gyms, and then a collectibles convention in the other gym. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hey, stop by. It's free to enter, so there's no obligation, to spend any money. And if you find something cool, awesome. I'm going to have a ton of great stuff, really great prices, and my buddy Mike, Pope of Chillytown, will be there with me. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this this video of my haul from Black Friday. Thank you for watching, and until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.